Yeah, so hi Audrey, welcome back. You can see it's winter where I am. I think it's summer where you are.
It's clearly summer where I am, yes.
I've noticed you on Instagram. You've been playing a lot of golf lately.
Have been. Yes,
Uh,
I played on the golf team back when I was at Stanford, so now I just play for fun, but
Nice. I
yeah.
try to play a bit of golf around my place, but I keep hitting it all over the place. Yeah.
Nice. It's fun, yeah. Good activity for the summer here.
I know, but yeah. So understand you got a new song coming out as well. Tell me a bit more about it.
Yeah, so Taking Back My Life, it just came out on the 20th, and this is probably the song I'm most excited to have ever released, actually. Very personal song. I just called my engagement off recently,
Hmm.
which was obviously very traumatic and very, very difficult.
Hmm.
And this song is about taking my life back from the toxicity that I experienced in that relationship, and coming out and staying strong, and because a big piece of this for me is I had what I thought was my whole life planned out, and that's all done. And so it's sort of taking my life back and healing. And the artwork that goes along with the song is a picture of me in a wedding dress that's on fire, and that sort of represents burning this future that I thought I had, and finding a new future.
No, you'll find a new future and a better future. I know
Thanks.
you will. No,
Thanks.
look, I mean, I've been through I've been through heartbreak myself too in 2018.
Oh,
I was suffering. I started getting like a mild depression in my life as well, and yeah, just taking antidepressants too, Audrey.
oh,
Just
wow.
felt like, yeah. So as you notice my songs, you can hear like in my scores, there's a lot of I'd say a lot of anger and sadness involved because that's how I was feeling. That's where I get the whole metal vibes too.
Sure.
Like I wrote a song called Broken Heart that was just for a piano. That was to do with a relationship breakup that I had. But no, it's as I could say, it's important that you just move on and just be
Mhm.
happy with what you got.
Yeah, the nice thing is, as a songwriter,
Mm,
there's always a silver lining to trauma and difficult things that happen in your life, because you can put it into a song. And for me, definitely it's been a really, really tough time, obviously, but I've gotten some good music out of it. And it's a part of the healing process for me, is taking my experiences and putting them into songs. And this, again, another silver lining being, hopefully anybody else who's going through similar experiences can feel less alone and feel like they can relate to what I'm writing.
exactly, and that's amazing. Yeah, I like your work that you're doing. I think your photos are very professional on Instagram as well.
Thanks.
Good on you for that too. You
Thank
know,
you.
and yeah, so like in Sydney, Australia, we're back in a lockdown now. Did you know I won first place in the Voyager songwriting competition?
Did you really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Congratulations. Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I wanted them to send me the 10,000 in the mail, but instead they
Wow.
sent me this.
Gosh, that's awesome. Oh my God. Yeah.
Back on the wall. So yeah, that was a good achievement of mine. I've done an unboxing of that on YouTube as well.
Oh, I need to watch that. I missed
So
that.
the next award I'm going for is the YouTube Creator Award.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome. You're back in lockdown. Wow. I thought
Mm.
Australia was doing really well.
Yeah, we were, but our premier put us in a lockdown till the 30th of July this month.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, things are pretty back to normal here in the States, actually, which is nice. So, but it was a long year and a half. It was kind of
Mm.
crazy. I mean, I was on the very extreme end of careful, because I have various health issues, and as a singer, I was like, I can't afford to get COVID and ruin my lungs or anything like that. So, thank God for thank God for the vaccines. I mean, I don't know how it is in Australia, but we basically, in the U.S., everyone that I know has been vaccinated for quite some time. So we're doing pretty well, luckily. So
Yeah, I booked my vaccine for next month for the Pfizer, but it was just a stuff around for me. They were filling out so quick. So
wow.
I know.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the US, I guess, is just doing quite well vaccine wise. Yeah.
But as long as you're safe and healthy, that's the thing.
Yeah,
But,
no, it's been great to finally have life come back, be able to travel and stuff again. So
you know, I've been doing a lot of meditation and doing my yoga practice as well, doing my weight training too, and
cool.
you know, setting myself these small 21-day challenges of affirmations or journaling as well. So it's
That's
very
awesome.
good to just
I've been doing
some
stuff like that too, like gratitude. I mean, gratitude journaling and, working out and getting in shape and some meditation, all of that. Just good self-care stuff.
Exactly. You know, I did a 21-day gratitude challenge. It was recommended to me from Jason Stevenson. And yeah, life is awesome. I'm doing the Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation actually, before bed.
Okay.
Just the breaking the habit of being yourself. It's yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
So I set these little challenges, and I just switch the news off. I've got music on Spotify, listening to your work, of course, which is inspiring when I'm in the gym. And, just I'm doing a YouTube, on the YouTube Creator Academy, I'm just doing a course on YouTube.
That's awesome. Hey, while you're in lockdown, might as well find good stuff to do, good ways to spend your time at home.
How have you been spending time? I know you've been rehearsing a lot lately.
Yeah, it's been really, really busy in a great way. I mean, now that life has opened up again, I kind of immediately after being vaccinated went back down to LA because in normal life, I split time between various different places, Bay Area and Nevada and LA. But it had been a whole year since I'd been to LA because I just wasn't traveling. And so have been back there a few times already, which is great because my management, my team, everybody's down there. And it's just I just love being there, the energy and everything. So various, continuing to write. I finally had some in-person writing recording sessions after a year of doing it all on Zoom. And I won't reveal too much, but I have more music that's coming very soon as well. So I've been kind of working on a bunch of different things. And then I, again, can't reveal too much, but I'm touring this fall. That's all I can say, but I'm preparing for that and we'll have more info for that when I'm allowed to. But so yeah, I've been down, working on my live show with a choreographer and a lot recently, obviously was getting ready for the Taking Back My Life release, which was really, really fun. Always lots to do. So just been staying really busy with music stuff. And again, also working out, trying to get in good shape for my live show and everything like that. So busy with music stuff and finally able to travel again.
Oh, that's awesome, Audriix. I'd love to go and see you live if you do come to Sydney.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. I would love to. I've never performed in Australia. I'd love to. That'd be so fun.
But who knows? I might end up going to the States one day and working in Hollywood. Never know.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about doing another music video for a single I released called Apocalypse. It's like for a video game, and I'm just trying to get some ideas of zombies or stuff, kind of like The Walking Dead.
Wow.
Experimenting with it.
I mean, Apocalypse seems very appropriate given our global pandemic we've just lived through.
I did a music video called Judas. That's very political on my YouTube channel.
Cool.
It's got like Abraham Lincoln in it and the White House of Washington, China flag, America flag. So it's political.
Oh, wow.
But that song got played on a local radio station last year.
Wow.
Arts Cafe FM by Neil Duty. Came across it on SoundCloud. So I had my
Wow.
first interview for 2020. I was ringing up a lot of the big newspapers in Australia and trying to get an interview, but they're like, no, no, no. And then one day it happened. So I published that on my podcast feed as well. I was very happy.
That's awesome. So much fun. Yeah.
It's good to spread the positivity of music as well.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, that's something I've always wanted to do with my music, is use it to inspire people and spread positivity, or even, taking a tough situation and inspiring, empowerment or strength. Yeah. Which is what I was trying to do with Taking Back My Life. So yeah.
That's so awesome. And tell me about life now for you. So you're doing music as well. What else is happening?
Yeah, good. I mean, gosh, I feel like I just work all the time. I mean, constantly just working on my voice, working on my dancing, writing music. A lot of, it's interesting, so much time spent on like graphic design and things like that. I mean, I make all my own, all the graphics you see on my Instagram and stuff. Like, there's a lot of interesting graphics with this song I made. Well, I didn't make, I actually, a friend of mine added the fire into the artwork, and he's tremendous. So that was amazing. But besides that, the other stuff, I make all those graphics. So I feel like I spend a good chunk of my day on like Photoshop and Premiere, just working on that stuff. And just getting back into normal life. I mean, back to eating at a restaurant with friends, which is something I missed so much for a year. What else I've been up to? Yeah, I mean, really working on the music, and playing some golf, as I mentioned earlier, which has been fun. I love golf. And I sort of, after playing college golf, was a little burnt out on it, because that's, 20 hours plus a week of practice and tournaments and all that stuff. It was just a lot for many years. So I feel like I spent quite a bit of time just after finishing that, just being really burnt out on golf. And so it's fun to feel like now I'm ready to start playing just for fun. Competitive golf is over, but it's fun to start playing that again. And I also, honestly, from a like mental health perspective, I feel like golf is such a great thing, because I've obviously had a quite difficult time with this, the engagement being called off and everything. It's been really, really tough. And I think, gosh, getting outside in the sun, and just golf is even just hitting at the driving range, it's such a meditative thing to do, which I think has been a really good for me as well.
Yeah, I had some bushwalking planned up at the Blue Mountains, but this lockdown came because I got my hiking shoes and I wanted to go get out on a nice warm sunny day. It looks like it's going to be sunny where I am, so I can get some washing done. But no, I know what you mean. You want to get out of the house and you want to go and play golf. I want to go bushwalking,
Yeah, I think I'm someone who's my mood is very tied to the sunlight. So I always, winter time, even though in California it's not so bad as compared to other places, but even still, with the short days, dark at 5 p.m., it really affects me. So the summer is I just love it. It's light out till 9. It just kind of puts you in a good mood. I'm just happy wearing my dresses and my crop tops and the warm weather and all of that stuff. Tahoe in the summer is really nice too. That's where I spend actually most of my time, is in Tahoe in Nevada. And which probably people who aren't from the area haven't heard of it, but it's like a lake. It's a lake in the summer and skiing in the winter. So during the winter, I live really, really close to a ski resort. And that was really fun to do over the pandemic, because that was, again, a COVID safe thing that we could do. But gosh, in the summer, it's so nice. Just sit on the beach and the lake. And it's a good creative, good vibes in Tahoe. It's a nice, chill, relaxed place that I feel like I can get very creative when I'm there.
I'm a winter person. I like winter more than summer.
Oh, interesting.
I like snow.
Yeah.
I wish it would snow here and go and play ice hockey on the lake. There's a bit of a pond, but we can't in Australia. That sucks.
Yeah, interesting. I enjoy skiing, but I'm a summer person. I really if I could have it be 80 degrees and sunny and light till 9 every night.
You should go to the Northern Territory in Australia. It's summer all year round.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, it's like well, we go by degrees, so it's like 30 degrees, 33 in the winter, and then
Wow.
they go in the wet season. It's like so humid. It feels like it's 50, like Singapore.
Wow.
I know.
I would like that. That sounds great. I've been to Australia. I went all around Australia a number of years ago. It was great.
That's the Northern Territory. I've been there. It's a very interesting place.
I think I went to some like cattle station up north when I was in Australia. It was really hot, I remember. Really, really hot, but beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you guys in the US had a heat wave as well. Like it hit 50 degrees in Death Valley or something.
Yeah. Up in a little north of where I am, but in like Oregon and Washington, I think area got crazy heat wave. Yeah.
I wrote a song called Death Valley. I got a music video for that.
Do you
on
really?
YouTube.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
It's about the desert.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't do a music video yet for Taking Back My Life, but I couldn't think of how to actually do a real fire with the dress and everything. So, but maybe that's in the works. So we'll see.
Yeah, so I've been, figuring out my YouTube channel niche and doing a lot of YouTube keyword research lately too.
Cool.
Yeah, doing that and just working on my dream.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I've also been doing a lot of acting recently, actually.
Nice.
I forgot to mention that. So that's been another kind of priority. Lots of short film projects I've had recently, actually, which has been lots of fun. I've also acted my whole life, so it's fun to get to focus on that a little bit as well.
I'm actually looking for extras work, just to be an extra in a film.
Cool. That's awesome.
I'd be happy just to sit and drink coffee in a film.
Cool.
Not say anything.
Yeah. No, that would be really, really cool.
No, acting's not easy because I've had a couple of actors on the show, and it's very. I mean, I've tried to audition for a small film. Sorry, I'm just blowing my nose. Yeah, I remember my first audition. I had a script and I messed it up really bad. I got it.
Oh, really?
I had it back to front.
Oh no. Oh, really? Wow.
I know.
It must not have made a lot of chronological sense then.
No, I had the page numbers mixed up.
Oh no. That's not great.
No, that happens. It was over Zoom, but I thought, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Give an audition a go.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. I don't know if I've probably talked to you last before my Mean Girls production. I think. I don't know if we talked about that last time, but I was back in like February, March that I did. I played Regina George in a Zoom production of Mean Girls, the musical. I don't remember if we talked about this before, but it was a really fun project. It was the full Broadway musical, all done live, but all over Zoom, but full costumes, had a green screen back here. So we all coordinated virtual backgrounds and everything. So that was quite a fun project. It actually gave something to do during the pandemic that was, fun and creative and collaborative. So.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. I mean, Zoom's come a long way too, and people got creative with Zoom as much as they could. That's amazing. Yeah. But no, it seems like I've been doing my meditation and just writing down my goals, achieving my goals, reading. I like history, so I'm reading a book about Japanese history on the samurais.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I wish I had more time for that for like reading and things like that. I feel like I'm just constantly running around, just getting ready for whatever the next song is or next project or whatever, which is good though. I like to be busy. I mean, my work is fun, and it's nice that finally things feel like they're picking up again, because it was a frustrating year for sure. There's only so much time. I mean, still writing, but riding from your house, not going anywhere, is just was tricky. So it's been really fun to just feel like momentum is happening again. And I can't wait to actually get back to performing after, 2020 was supposed to be a big touring year for me. That did not happen, obviously. So it'll be really nice to have that all come back.
I know. Yeah, I think there's a few musicians who booked. I think Keith Urban's booked a tour in Sydney this year in November, but I don't know. I don't get my hopes up too high. I think Kiss is supposed to play in Australia too.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's fun. Yeah, I think tours around here are starting. Everything's slowly starting back up. I think it's more in the fall that things are going to actually happen, but things are booked. So life's coming back. Broadway's opening up again soon as well, I think. So, yeah.
So did you go to Stanford University?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you've done a bachelor's and a master's, have you?
And an MBA. Yeah, 3.
Wow.
It was a lot. I was there for 7 years. I went straight through. So I did my undergrad in computer science with a focus in graphics, which I know people are always like, why? That makes no sense. It has nothing to do with music. But for me, I felt like I'd studied music, I'd played music, I'd sung my whole life. I didn't feel like I needed a degree in that. So I don't use my programming specifically in my daily life, but I do, the graphic design stuff and video editing and Photoshop and photography and all that stuff I use all the time, just as much some days as the music. And then my master's was also in computer science. But with that, Stanford has a crossover program. It's like a computer music department. And so I was able to take a lot of classes on that were, a computer music class. So they have a full professional recording studio on campus. So I got access to that, learned how to use it, learned how to mix, coding your own plugins, that kind of stuff. And then, so that was a joint, so it was undergrad computer science, and then it was a joint master's in computer science / MBA. So I did those 2 at the same time. And then the MBA actually also plays quite a role in my daily life, just in terms of kind of approaching my music career a little bit more like a business and a startup. So thinking about negotiations and marketing and branding and all of that kind of stuff. And I actually worked with Tyra Banks in developing a course on personal branding while I was at business school, and helped to assist her in teaching that course. So that was really fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you go on a scholarship or did you take out a student loan?
No, I didn't have a scholarship.
Shit.
Yeah, they don't, because I was on the golf team, but the golf team, they don't do full on. I think they give some partial scholarships to the very, very top players. I wasn't tip top player on the team, so I was a recruited walk on. Yeah.
So no, because I know a few people who studied in the States. So you still paid the student loans off?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. That's like $1 million over there, isn't it?
It's a lot.
Ooh.
I know it's interesting because I know, I don't know about Australia, but I know in the UK, I heard it's so much less. It's so much higher in here. Yeah.
Well, in Australia, I mean, we can borrow it from the government, but it's not until you start earning, say, over 40,000 a year, they deduct 10% of your pay. So, I mean, if I don't pay it off, one day I die, that it'll go away.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, it's a whole thing here.
Yeah. But where's Stanford University, Audriix?
Where is it?
Yeah.
I actually grew up 10 minutes from Stanford, so it's in the Bay Area. So an hour south of San Francisco. So really, really close. My parents both went to Stanford and my brother went to Stanford as well. So I grew up going to Stanford campus all the time, going to the Stanford basketball games and Stanford Sierra camp. And just Stanford was just part of my whole life. So I kind of didn't really even consider ever going anywhere else. I was recruited by Harvard to play golf, and I did visit there, and really liked it, actually. I loved the girls on the golf team and the coach. But I went in October and it was really cold and everybody was like, oh my God, it's so warm. You came at such a good time. And I was just like, really? I'm shivering. I need the California sun. So Stanford was just kind of my life goal always was to go to Stanford. And I loved it. It was great.
That's awesome. Is it hard to get into a university in the States, or can you just walk in and sign up?
Yeah, it's like I don't got it 4% acceptance rate or something. I mean, it depends on what university, but Stanford's a hard one. Yeah.
Because in Australia, I can go to Sydney Uni as a mature age student. They'll be like, "Yeah, we'll take you on for a course." And Sydney Uni is like supposed to be the top academic university.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah,
they
it's
are one of.
crazy. And even gosh, it's getting even the college whole thing is getting crazier and crazier by the year. Like even it's been a few years since I was applying, but it's even more just insane these years. Well, I don't did you hear about the college admissions scandal?
No, what
It was a
happened?
whole thing, a whole giant thing of some parents paying off. So I don't remember the details. There's a Netflix documentary on it you should watch. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like this whole conspiracy of like parents who are very wealthy paying off some guy who is orchestrating the whole thing to get their kids into like paying like millions of dollars literally to this guy to get their kids into Stanford or USC or various universities. And it was all crazy with he was he would have someone, they'd hire someone else to take the SAT test for these students. They would,
God.
in some cases, photo, because it's like if you played on a sports team, it can help you get in. So they'd like Photoshop the kid's face onto a team picture of like a person who does rowing to get them to, and bribe them or whatever to get them into USC to row on the rowing team. And I mean, just whole thing. That's how crazy and competitive it is to get into these universities these days that people are willing to do that. But even without that, it's just crazy. Like the amount of pressure I think these high school kids are under these days is just is something else. Just gotta have above a 4.0 GPA and extracurricular activities and SAT scores and all of the just so much, so much. It's crazy, and you still, it comes to the point where there are more people qualified than can be admitted to a university, and it ends up just kind of being random because they can't take everyone because everybody wants to go to Stanford, everybody wants to go to Harvard, whatever. So
Well, I've got a bachelor's degree and I was just happy with my bachelor's, and I was never interested in postgraduate studies after. But yeah, I'm just glad that part of my life's finished. I did it in 4 years.
cool. I'm glad to be done too. I really liked Stanford, but I knew since I was 3 years old that I wanted to do music. So it's nice to be done with school and just be able to put all my energy, because there's an infinite amount of stuff to do. Even if I finish my work that I need to do for the song release or whatever, there's still always something you can be doing to improve, whether it's even just practicing drums or working out or practicing singing or writing a song. You can just always be doing something. So I mean, I think that's what I do when you're like, what have you been up to, Audrey? I'm like, kind of just always constantly 24/7 working on my music.
No, that's it. Chase your dreams.
Yeah.
Go and be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's part of it is, thinking of it in an entrepreneurial way where it's not just sitting back and writing a song and hoping something happens. It's being strategic. How am I branding myself? Social media. What's the strategy here? What's the rollout plan? What am I, just gotta hustle.
That's it. That's something too I'm learning is marketing as well. That's been interesting for me.
Yeah, cool. I love marketing. That was some of my favorite courses at business school was marketing. I love it. Yeah.
No, it's interesting. But no, that's good that you're playing golf and you're keeping healthy during this crazy time as well. Mental health is very important too.
I totally agree. It really is. And it's, more so than ever with the sort of like trauma that I have gone through this year. It was tough. I'm generally a very happy person naturally. So it was really, I was not in a great place. obviously I don't think anyone would be after going through it, you know, an engagement being called off. But it was yeah, it was very difficult, and I definitely had to take proactive steps to stay on top of mental health and all that stuff, self-care.
No, I just hope you get better, and that's all I can say.
Thanks. No, I mean, I've been doing really well. I've been doing much, much better. It's just, you know, I think it was just it just takes time to heal from, you know, the end of any relationship, but especially, you know, I was engaged for 2.5 years. So that's just a lot to, you know, and I won't go into the details, but it was just a, you know, a very, very toxic situation. And it was, yeah, really just really difficult. And it's, you know, not only healing from the end of the relationship, but also just from all of the, you know, bad toxic stuff that I lived through, and that's where taking back my life. That's literally, I feel like I'm taking back my life by writing this song. I'm taking back. So July 20th was my original wedding date. And so that was hence releasing the song on my original wedding date. And so taking back that day was sort of the first step, I think, of taking my life back. And yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing your new song as well.
Thank you. I can't wait for you to hear it. Yeah.
No, I think some of your work's pretty talented, actually.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about it. It's, yeah, as I said, it's definitely, you know, it's the most excited, most like personal to my heart song that I've released ever, you know.
But on a positive note, what's your goals for the future? I know touring is one.
Yeah, touring is my favorite thing in the world. I love music. I love writing. I love recording. But my favorite thing is performing. Since I was 3 years old, I've just loved performing, whether that growing up started with violin as a 3-year-old, or with some modeling, with some acting, with singing, all that stuff. I love being on stage. The bigger the crowd, the better. So, and I think that's definitely my strength is I really like to connect with people in person, and my songs are all personal songs. And I very much want to share my stories with people and hope that they can inspire people. And I just so much prefer being able to do that in person than just over social media. You know, you got to do the social media, but I love to be on stage. I love to perform. I love to meet people in person, and just, yeah, get up and perform. So that's the ultimate goals, is just book the biggest tours I can going forward, get some good traction on the songs, you know, and I've got some more songs coming really soon as well, which I'm excited about. And yeah, just rising up in the music industry.
No, that's it. You got to take it day at a time, Audriix. And yeah, touring sounds cool. I still watch some old concerts on, you know, if I could see it on like Amazon Prime. I was watching some Rammstein, a Rammstein one. Oh
my gosh, my brother loves Rammstein. That's so funny. He's seen them several times. He like flew to Chicago, I think, once to watch them.
I watched
a bit too much intensity for me.
They were playing at Madison Square Garden, but that was a great show. The last time they played in Australia was at the Big Day Out I think it was 2004, 2005. They don't come to Australia for some reason.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah, Madison Square Garden. That's my dream. My top dream show is a sold out headlining MSG. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
What about music festivals? Do you think they'll come back again?
I think so. It seems like some of them are starting to come back already in the States, actually.
Like there used to be the Big Day Out we had in Australia. Metallica played.
Oh, yeah.
Rammstein.
Our show's not back in Australia yet, I guess.
No, not in Sydney. But there's nothing I can do, you know, just take a day at a time.
How did because I mean, you guys Australia was leading the world in COVID, like doing really well. What happened?
Because the cases went up to like 90. I mean, that's nothing compared to you guys. And then this Delta strain apparently has been spreading so quick. So the premier decided to put us in a like I'd say a full lockdown.
Wow. Geez, yeah. I mean, I do. The Delta variant is here too, and that's something that, I was just talking to my mom earlier today about this, where it's, we still got to be careful. I mean, I have a friend of mine's boyfriend just got COVID, and he's been fully vaccinated. No, and he's very, very sick. No idea how that happened. It's yeah, it's not full. It's not over. People still need to be careful. For me, I already was kind of a germaphobe, like neat freak person pre-COVID. So I already didn't know anything about the masks, because obviously that's new to COVID. But I already had my hand sanitizer in my purse all the time, always sanitizing, washing hands, wiping down airplane seats. I was doing all of that already. So I'm just going to continue. Just continuing to do that. But yeah, it'll be, I don't know. The Delta variant, I'm really hoping we don't get a bad spike, because I think we don't yet know how much the vaccines protect against that. So yeah. Crazy.
But, just keep yourself healthy and get oxygen and clear your lungs.
Yeah, exactly. No, I definitely can't. I cannot afford to get COVID. I mean, I've been vaccinated for a while, and I'm still careful, but I'm not just staying home like I was for the last year. So hopefully, yeah.
You see, I had one of a politician in Australia. I had the Liberal member for, it was Camden. So you got the Liberal. Anyway, we're talking about the COVID vaccine. I said to Peter, I said, hopefully I don't want to get this shot every year. Like, yet we still don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I actually don't. I got Moderna. I don't know when we have to get another shot. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Well.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't had yours yet. I got knocked out. It was brutal. I mean, I'm not complaining. I was thrilled to get it, but it was aggressive. I had quite a reaction, both the first and second shots, actually. Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah, Did they give you a card?
Yeah, a vaccine card that you're supposed to take with you, because I think as things open up, you're gonna have to show it to get into certain things. I went to an event actually recently. It was a premiere of In the Heights, the movie that they were playing at the stadium where the San Francisco Giants play. So it was outside, but they actually had a vaccinated section and an unvaccinated section. And so I actually don't think I actually ended up having to show the card after all, but when you bought the tickets, if you were vaccinated, the vaccinated people didn't have to wear masks and didn't have to space, and the unvaccinated did. So
I think in Australia, it's going to be electronic on your Medicare records. So if you're going to travel, they could just look you up and they'll see if you got it or not.
Yeah, I think there's also an electronic way, because you don't want to also lose. I took a picture of my card because I was like, if I lose this, what do you do? So I think there's ways to have it electronically. I know there's been talk about vaccine passports and things like that, but I don't really know the details on that. Yeah. But I think, like Stanford is requiring all students, if they want to come back, they have to all be vaccinated. So, yeah. So, yeah, California is doing very well, though. I mean, as I said, I don't know that I know anyone around here that's not vaccinated, actually.
Well, I was watching All Elite Wrestling because I like wrestling, and they have crowds in there, and it looks so awesome with crowds again. In Las Vegas, the last UFC event with Conor, they had like 21,000 turned out in Las Vegas.
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, it seems like life's pretty normal. I mean, there's no more masks either in California or Nevada. I mean, you'll see some people wearing them by choice, but pretty much no masks. No, I mean, life is basically back to normal, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that won't cause a COVID spike. So, yeah.
No, it's important that you stay safe, Audriix.
Yeah.
and look after yourself, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't want to get sick.
No, and switch the news off.
Yeah, honestly, I stopped reading the news a while ago. I used to, beginning of the pandemic, I was just checking constantly, first thing every day, and then it just got too much. So now it's probably time to start reading it some more again. But
What do you read? Do you watch CNN or Fox News?
I don't really watch the news. I'm more like read the articles that I've seen. Like Apple News on my phone is
Gotcha.
good, and it'll show different. And even Facebook, because it'll like recommend stuff, and it shows some good news art. No, but like not like the news feed, but like in the news tab, it has some good stuff. So I'd say Facebook and Apple News. But it's hard to find. It's really hard to find unbiased news.
The New York Times is supposed to be pretty interesting.
I think that's not. I think it's a little biased, but I think it's not as bad as some. Yeah.
Because I can't stand CNN, Audriix. The reporters are annoying.
Yeah, I don't really watch CNN.
Fox.
Yeah.
I don't. It's here too, like on TV. I think there's Channel 9. I'm not really interested. Your mental health is more important, not these idiots on TV thinking they're epidemiologists and they're really not.
Yeah. It's hard to. Yeah, again, it's just hard. It's too bad that it's so hard to find unbiased news. It's really too bad. Yeah.
Exactly. But have you been watching any good shows on Netflix or Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, what have I been? You know what this wasn't a show but a movie, the Raya and the Last Dragon, the Disney movie, I thought was just excellent. I actually saw it in a theater, first in theater experience in over a year. Just saw it in my local theater in Tahoe is very small, so like there was nobody else. There's nobody else in the theater, but I don't know if you've seen it. I loved it. I was really surprised how good it was. Have you seen it?
No.
It was great. It's on Disney Plus too. That was great. I really want to see the Cruella movie. I haven't seen that yet. What have I been watching? I watched This Is Us. It's a great show. What else do I? Right now I'm watching 30 Rock, actually, which I know is an old show, but I like to have a show that I eat at all times. I like to have just like a lighthearted, easygoing show that I'll watch just if I'm, I'll have on like in the morning when I'm doing my hair and makeup and getting ready. I'll just have my computer. I'll just have it, something that I don't need to like pay real close attention to, but it just kind of keeps me entertained. And it's just a lighthearted thing, or something I want to watch a show before I go to sleep that'll just watch a 20-minute episode. So that 30 Rock is the current show I'm watching that fills that need for me.
Nice. Did you know that there was a music festival a couple years ago? I'll look it up for you now. It was called the it was a music festival that Billy McFarlane. Did you hear about that?
No, I don't think so.
He tried to. He was gonna. I was on Spotify Green Room this week, and this fest. I never heard about this, and he scammed all these college students for this music festival in the Bahamas, promising them like models and actors, and then they got there. There was like these empty huts. The flight was delayed. No concert. He went to jail because he scammed investors. I'm serious.
No, I didn't hear about that. I'll have to look that up. Wow.
What's it called? Because Netflix did a documentary, I think, about it. It's the Fry Festival. Now let me look it up for you now. FRYE Festival, and I think Hulu did it. Fry Festival.
FRYA.
Yeah. Can you see that? No, you probably can't.
Okay, yeah, no, I can. I'm writing this down. FRYE Festival. Okay, I wrote it down.
So we were talking about this on Green Room. I was like, who the hell does this that scams all these people on a music festival? And I think the owners, she lost about $50,000 because Vice TV did a report about this. And then she set up a GoFundMe. She got $220,000, but then her helper wanted to like bribe her or something. I'm thinking to myself, who the hell
That's
does
crazy.
this?
People are weird.
And I think Billy McFarland, he could sell this idea. Like he had that charisma, like Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah.
sort of like that.
Huh. Wow. That's crazy. I'm gonna look that up. I wrote it
He's
down.
gone to jail.
Yeah. Wow.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm always learning about what's going on in our industry as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe I didn't hear about that actually. That's crazy.
Me either. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But no, have you been watching? Has the NFL season started? Do you watch NFL?
I don't. I think it starts in the fall though, but I might be completely wrong. No, I think it does. I think it starts in the fall because Super Bowl I know is in February. No, I haven't. I don't. Yeah, gosh, I don't even know what sports. I sounds like I'm out of the loop.
Do you watch golf?
I watch a bit of golf here and there. Yeah, I do like to watch golf.
Oh God. No, because NFL, that's a business, that, Audrey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huge business.
I'm pretty sure that starts. Well, I know that I used to go to Stanford football games, and I know that I was more into Stanford sports than professional, and I would watch. I know the Stanford football season would start in August, so I don't know. I imagine maybe that correlates with the NFL too, probably, but I could be wrong actually. So.
Like I know, and then you got the Canadian Football League, which is like a step down from the NFL. So if players don't make it to the NFL, they go to Canada. The Canadian Football League still pays well, but the NFL, my God, they're getting like 22 million a year or something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
But no, it's always stuff I'm learning, about the business side of sports. Sports now has just become a business.
I know. Yeah. Well, I think there's talks about. I've been hearing, it used to be you can't, if you're a college athlete, you can't get paid, but there's now talks about, I don't know where they're at in the process, but allowing college athletes to get paid, which should be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting,
I mean, it's a full-time job. Not full-time. It's like half part. It's more than part-time though. Like my golf team at Stanford, it's 20 hours a week. It's more than 20 hours a week.
Were you paid?
Plus you're traveling. No, you're not allowed to be. But that's what there's talks about, should NCAA athletes get paid, which I think they should actually, because they're bringing in a ton of money to the school and giving a ton of time. It's like 20 hours. There's rules about, I think, so NCAA is the college athletics league, and there's rules about it's 20 hours a week, but it ends up being more realistically. And like for golf, a round of golf counted as 3 hours towards your 20 hours. It is at least 4 hours to play a round of golf. So
at least for 18 holes. But colleges in the United States, don't they have these sorority groups or stuff like that?
Sororities, like fraternities and sororities, you mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't in one, but yeah.
The hell is that stuff? Because I was researching this on YouTube. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I was not part of that. That wasn't really my scene, but it's sort of like group. So like a sorority is for girls, a frat is fraternities for guys. And you get in, you like apply to get in. Again, I wasn't part of it, but from knowing friends who are in it and stuff, you apply to get into the different sororities, and then you have a big sister and whatever in the sororities, and they sometimes live together, and they have events. It's more like a social club where often people live together, and like parties and that kind of stuff. So that wasn't really my scene, but I know that's and there's different, Stanford isn't big on that. There's some party schools that are really big on that. So it kind of varies, I think, but it's not, yeah. I wasn't part of that.
Yeah, I choose not to get involved with that because I'm me and I'm me. I'm independent.
Yeah, it just wasn't, I'm not a partier, so.
Like, do you watch that South Park? Randy Marsh, he's like gone all PC, and he's like in. I think he's in with PC Principal, and he's partying in one of those fraternity groups and
In
that.
South Park, I've seen South Park, not a lot, but yeah.
Oh God, that's funny.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of American TV shows, movies show sororities and frats. So
What
yeah,
is it? Is it just a club or a political thing?
it's not a political thing. I mean, I think it's literally just like a club. So like, again, frat is for the guys, sororities for the girls, and there's rush. So my understanding is there's rush events, so there might be a few different sororities, let's say, that you're trying to get into, and you go to the theta event, so they have a mixer and you meet people, and then you go to the pi phi event and you meet the people, and then I think again, I don't know from personal, this is what I think is correct and I could be wrong. I think you will rank which sorority you want, and then for the people who are in it currently will meet you. So I think you do this as a freshman, you rush as a freshman, and then the upperclassmen meet you, and then they'll decide if they want you in or not. So it's basically like, if they like you, I guess they will let you in. But there's a whole week or two process, I think, of rush week or rush weeks, whatever. And then if you get in, I think usually most sororities have a house. So you would sophomore and senior year, that's second and fourth year, you'd live in the house if you wanted to. And then but there's, again, social events. So you all live together, and then there might be like social event between Sigma Nu, which is a fraternity, and Theta or something. So you would you'd get together, or maybe you have like a special party, that's a themed thing that you invite someone to. So it's more of like a social club type of thing that you often live with the people. But my understanding is more of a like party focused thing. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been to a couple frat parties when I was at Stanford. You don't have to be in it, so that you can go to, but not many, not a lot.
Not for you.
No, I just honestly, I feel like I'm just working on my music all the time. My mindset is always, I feel like I can always be doing something to improve. So I don't know. I'm not really a partying person. I'm very extroverted, but I tend to be more extroverted of going to dinner with a friend type of thing than going to a big party. And I don't drink, so it's not for me as much.
Yeah, each to their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because we don't have that in Australia. Any of these clubs.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if maybe it's just an American thing. I don't think I don't know. I don't know about other countries. Yeah.
What can you do? Interesting. Yeah, but no, it's not easy getting a bachelor's degree for anyone, and good on you for getting an education.
Thanks. Yeah, I loved Stanford, but it was a lot, especially doing computer science at Stanford is hard. It was really a lot of work. So there were times that I'm doing computer science and the golf team and music all at the same time. So there were days where I was up all night working on a programming assignment, and it's 6 a.m. and I'm still awake, and it's like, oh, time to go to early morning workouts for golf, and then kind of throughout my time, and then maybe I'm flying down to LA to work with a producer. So it was a lot of stuff. But I loved computer science. I really did. And Stanford is just, they're great. They really teach it very well. They teach you how to be a computer scientist, a like programmer, not just the like skills to get by, but how to like think like a programmer. It's really, really good. So I really enjoyed it.
My experience with programming was syntax error, tab on Python, and I'd get pissed off, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
For me, I get a huge headache after.
Yeah, for me, I was someone who I was like, I would rather spend 10 hours on a programming assignment than 5 hours writing an essay. you know. I don't know. I
Oh
like it.
God.
It's interesting because I mean, I'm a musician, but I have a very mathy brain. Like I love math. I actually consider majoring in math too. But I just really like to, I don't know, my dad was a computer scientist as well. And my brother had also majored in CS. And yeah, I never was thinking I was going to be a programmer. I did intern at Adobe for a summer, which was fine. But since I was 3, I knew I was going to do music and performing. I mean, that was always my thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's a different background than most people who go into music, but I just really, really liked it and felt like I didn't need I felt like I had my voice lessons and music theory and all this stuff and my band that I would play with. I felt like I had all of that and it was just new, other skills to kind of add to that. So, but it was very hard and a lot of work.
How's your sleep? Because I'm aiming for that 7 to 8 hours a night of sleep, and I just feel so much more productive. I know this from a fact. In my undergraduate degree, I wasn't sleeping properly, exercising, started smoking and drinking alcohol a fair bit, and
Yeah.
I
My
thought,
sleep's good. Yeah. Yeah,
yes,
I need sleep. I don't function. I shoot for 9 hours. I don't always get it, but I really, yeah, I need my 9 hours of sleep to function. And if I don't, then I don't like coffee, but I'll chew caffeine gum because I need the caffeine. But I know I like my sleep. But I'm a very night person, so I'll like go to bed really late at like 1 or 2, and then get up at 10.
Mhm.
More so recently, I've been sleep deprived for the last like 2 weeks because I was in LA and I had a lot of, choreography rehearsals and meetings and stuff till late at night and everything. And then was back here and have just been real swamped with getting ready for the song release. So I need to catch up on sleep. I really do because I wish I could get on an earlier schedule because my body so naturally wants to go to bed at 2 in the morning and then sleep in. But then if I have something in the morning, I can't sleep in, and then I don't get enough sleep. And yeah,
You got to sleep. You have to. It's I've been there, done that, Audriix, and when you're not sleeping properly, you're not thinking straight. You just do
yeah.
things.
Yeah, well, and also one of the interesting things that I found from the recovering from this whole traumatic relationship situation was it really affected my fatigue. Like my body in dealing with sort of the like trauma of the relationship ending and everything was just like for many months chronically fatigued, and I was sleeping a lot and I'd still just be so tired because I sort of felt, I mean, the whole situation was very, very surreal to me. And just kind of like realizing what I had been through and everything. And I just felt like I was sort of floating for like many months. I felt like I was just like floating above myself and not, kind of like foggy brain and everything and just tired. And it wasn't, but I think that was my brain processing the trauma I'd been through and working through it. That, my brain's working on one thing, but there's at all times half of it is processing the situation. So I was very chronically fatigued, but I'm doing a lot better. And I think the song release is also really helpful in the healing process for me too. And the summer and the sun and all that stuff. So I'm less on the fatigue stuff, but I still need to get more sleep, but it's not as bad. Because I was sleeping a lot and still just tired. It was terrible.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, but that's just your body has. Well, the other really crazy thing was I had all these stomach issues for like a year and a half. The stress of the relationship, I couldn't eat any gluten or dairy or egg or fish or like anything. It was really, really severe stomach issues. All this medication just to be able to eat, and then upon the end of the relationship, I suddenly could eat normally again, which is like, wow, it was all stress related.
Yeah, stress does a lot, Audriix.
Yeah. It's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. But I think it was the same thing with the sort of chronic fatigue, is that stress was just like making me so tired.
Stress is not good as well.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So no, I'm feeling a lot less stressed these days though. And it's just excited about the new music and all the, exciting stuff with that. So, which has been really good.
Yeah, do what you love doing and just be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you doing? I know it's afternoon, or is it evening where you are?
It's 5 p.m. where I am.
It's about 10 a.m. in the morning.
Nice.
I haven't even eaten breakfast, but that's okay.
Oh no. Oh wow.
I can fast anyway, so
Yeah.
no, it's so what's you just relaxing for the evening, or you got work?
I'm gonna work out after this, and then this interview is being recorded the day before my song release. So the song comes out in 4 hours, but when everybody's watching this, it will have been out for a few days already. But that's what I'm doing, is getting ready for this song to come out this evening, which I'm really excited for. So there's just all, getting ready for that, probably celebrate once it goes live and everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Guys, go listen to Audriix's new song as well. This episode is published on Fridays on YouTube. Share it on your social media so more people can watch this podcast or listen to the audio as well, because there's the audios on Spotify and etc. Audriix, I want to thank you for coming on the show today. You are
Thanks for having me.
Talented. Always love talking to you. Who knows? I'd love to collaborate with you one day.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love that.
Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Listen to Taking Back My Life, everybody. When you watch this, it will have just come out a few days ago. Taking Back My Life, and it'll be out on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, everywhere you listen to music. So check it out, share it, all that good stuff. Hopefully you all like it. So yeah.
Awesome.